What is good, everyone? My name's Ramal, welcome to my channel, and this is the iPhone 12 Pro, or rather the really small box that comes with the iPhone 12 Pro. So yeah, let's unbox it. For this year's iPhone 12 lineup, the boxes are quite small, and you'll see why in a second. So as we open up the box, we see the gorgeous Pacific Blue iPhone 12 Pro. So next up, of course, we have the Lightning to USB-C cable nicely wrapped up in its little enclosure. And right after that, we have a brand new little format of paperwork, which is very small and basically half the size of the paperwork we've seen in iPhones of years gone by. So that's basically what you get in the box, which is keeping with Apple's theme of environmental awareness for this year's iPhone. So now back to the phone. It's only covered on the front with a lightly adhered layer of paper with a few pointers on it, but that's basically it. This year's box has basically nothing in it except, of course, the phone, the cable, and those really tiny pieces of paper. At this point, I've only held the phone for like a matter of seconds, but it's really easy to see how much the stainless steel rim of the iPhone catches fingerprints. With a cursory comparison to my iPhone XR, the iPhone 12 Pro is smaller, lighter, and thinner than the iPhone XR, even though both share the exact same screen size of 6.1 inches. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, even though the iPhone XR is a little heavier, the iPhone 12 Pro still feels more dense because of all of that weight packed into a smaller body. But before I get more into the phone, let me talk about what we don't get in the box, which are wired headphones and a charging brick. Personally, I don't really care that much for the lack of wired earpods in the box, but the thing that really gets me is the fact that Apple shipped a USB-C to Lightning cable in the box. But the thing is, everyone basically has a ton of USB-A charging bricks at home, so you're gonna have to buy another USB-C charging brick if you want to use your iPhone with the cable provided. I get why Apple did this from an environmental standpoint, but if you have to buy a USB-C power brick to use the cable that comes with the box, that's going to cost you money but also cost the environment when it comes to packaging and transport. So it's kind of a win-lose situation where there's no real winner except Apple when it comes to them making more money by selling you more things and you losing money when it comes to buying things that you need to use the phone with. But if you have a bunch of USB-A to Lightning cables lying around, I guess that's no problem. But it does make things a little sour when you have to pay extra for something that Apple could have very easily avoided by shipping a USB-A to Lightning cable, or just making the price of the phone cheaper so that you can make that price up by buying that USB charging brick. But enough of the bad stuff, let's get to the good stuff, which is the phone. So if you're familiar with the progression of iPhone designs, which a vast majority of people are, it's pretty easy to see where Apple got the inspiration for their new iPhone 12 lineup. Phones like the iPhone 5S have had this squared off industrial look, and then Apple switched it to that kind of really like round bar of soap-like phone that we had since the iPhone 6 all the way up to the iPhone 11 Pro. And personally, I really like the design of the iPhone 5S, and I love how basically we have a bit of a retro futuristic look on the iPhone 12 Pro with its squared off edges and flat front and back. I really love this design. At this point, the favoritism towards this squared off iPhone design that we saw on the 4 and the 5 series has become a bit of a cliche. But I think what's important to realize is that cliches are born out of some degree of truth. And the truth is, I really love how the iPhone 12 Pro looks. And it's not just me, it's basically a majority vote. The iPhone 12 Pro, in my opinion, is one of the best looking phones, not just iPhones, but one of the best looking phones, period. Like, look at that Pacific Blue. You can't tell me that's ugly. Like, you just can't. Similar to the iPhone 11 Pro, the iPhone 12 Pro features stainless steel edges, and when I saw these edges on camera, I thought they looked a bit tacky and kind of like those plastic finishes we see that shimmer like stainless steel. But when I actually see this in person, the effect is a little different because I've used a Samsung phone before that had those like really fake looking stainless steel plasticky edges, but this does not resonate with that at all. The finish on this is very glossy and therefore attracts a lot of fingerprints, but it does look extremely classy, and I just really love how the stainless steel flat edges look on the iPhone 12 Pro. This is also a new display form factor for Apple in their OLED iPhone lineup, because before the iPhone 12 Pro, we've never really seen an OLED 6.1-inch iPhone. The 6.1-inch screen size was reserved for the iPhone XR and 11, but now even the non-Pro iPhone 12 gets a very similar display to the one we have on the 12 Pro, which I think is pretty cool. Also new this year for all of the displays on the iPhone 12 lineup is something Apple likes to call ceramic shield, which is like a ceramic infused glass kind of hybrid that they're using on their displays to increase drop resistance by up to 4 times according to Apple's research. Now personally, I don't know how you quantify that, but I'll take any increase in drop protection over none, so that's pretty good to hear. Unfortunately, the back glass on the iPhone 12 Pro and the 12 don't feature any ceramic shield technology, which I think is a bit of a letdown considering that, due to these amazing colors, people are more likely to go caseless with these phones. So it's a bit of a bummer that this back glass doesn't have ceramic shield. When it comes to the camera department, we have 3 on the back. So we have the standard wide angle and the ultra wide angle cameras that are shared with the non-Pro iPhone 12. And we also have the 2x telephoto camera that is exclusive to the iPhone 12 Pro. Another thing that's exclusive to the 12 Pro and also new for this year's lineup of iPhones is the LiDAR scanner that's nestled underneath the telephoto camera. I've seen a bunch of people downplay the importance of the LiDAR scanner and make it seem like another gimmick, but I really think the LiDAR scanner has a lot of potential to catch on, especially with computational photography and Apple's imaging algorithms. Augmented reality games are also improved thanks to the extra depth information we get from the LiDAR scanner, but personally I don't give a crap about gaming on my phone, so that doesn't really affect me too much. However, when it comes to photography, the LiDAR scanner will improve autofocus at night, and I also believe it's going to make edge detection in portrait mode a lot better. Now this isn't confirmed yet, and make sure to subscribe for more videos on the camera setup on the iPhone 12 Pro, but I'm really excited to see how the LiDAR scanner performs with the 3 cameras on the iPhone 12 Pro. Now let's move on to the hot new feature for the new iPhones, which is MagSafe, a charging and accessory system developed by Apple for the new iPhone 12 lineup that charges your phone and also allows you to attach first and third party MagSafe cases to your phone. I'll be making an entirely separate video on MagSafe because I think there's a lot more to this entire system than what initially meets the eye, and there are a few things that a lot of tech YouTubers just aren't touching on, which I'd like to address in my video, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on that. So that just about wraps up my unboxing and initial impressions of the iPhone 12 Pro. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos on the iPhone 12 Pro and any other tech videos I make. And I'll be making a few videos on the camera system and other specific things on the iPhone 12 Pro, so make sure you don't miss out on that. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and the comment section is open down below for your thoughts and questions. I'd love to hear your opinions on the new iPhone 12 Pro lineup. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name's Ramal, and I'll catch you in the next one.